new driver. So when I first started driving, I had a peace sign on for so long because I didn't feel confident. But it comes a stage where you have to take it off, just because drivers...
Hi, my name is Khalifa and today I'm going to be speaking about my first car. I'll be giving information about the car and buying the car. So my car is a manual 2-litre diesel BMW 1 Series 118D. First of all, I'm going to speak about funding for the car. As a student, I would recommend buying a second-hand car. Don't go and buy a car on finance. Stick within your budget. Ideally, you'd want to buy a car from a trader rather than someone else's car, just because I feel like with a trader you have more of that security, just because you know the trader, they're running a business. And it's their business on the line if they do anything dodgy with the car, or like sell you a stolen car or something like that. So apart from saving for the car itself, the money for the car, you should also bear in mind that there will be additional costs that come with the car, especially when buying the car, such as MOT, driveway insurance, road tax, petrol, and other things that may come up. So the way it works here in the UK with getting a car is that you complete your theory first, which is a computer exam you complete at a centre which tests your knowledge on the theory around driving. Then you are to complete your practical exam, which is a driven exam to test whether you're fit to be driving on the road. So as soon as you pass your test, I would recommend buying your car as soon as possible, even if it's a cheap car, just anything to keep your confidence there with driving. Just because with me personally, I passed in 2013, then I got my car in 2016. So during that 3-year gap, I lost a bit of confidence in driving, so that when I did buy a car, I had to get some extra lessons with my driving instructor, just to feel confident again to go back onto the road. So personally, I think it's not worth losing that confidence. You should just try and get a car straight away. And if you don't plan on getting a car, I would still say take your test. It's just what I would recommend to buy a car straight away. But obviously, if you don't want to, you don't have to. So ask yourself, do you need the car? That's a big thing again. If you don't need the car, I would still say if you want a car, go ahead and get it, just because it's an accomplishment. It's something you can be proud of, and you definitely will use the car. It will come in handy, especially when you want to go out at night or travel far places. When going to buy your car, go with someone who knows about cars or who's got a car themselves, just because they would know the right things to check out for or to look out for. They would know if anything seems a bit suspicious or dodgy, especially with documents you may have to sign. So go with someone who knows about cars or who's got a car themselves. Drive the car on dual carriageways, use the handbrake, practice stop and starting the car, change the gears and try and use as many gears as you can. So now when you've bought the car, you're going to need to insure the car. For first time drivers, I would suggest looking into black box insurances. They're generally cheaper than other insurances. It's just so the company has a way of monitoring your driving style, because you're a first time driver. So it's just an extra kind of safety measure for them and for you. So yeah, look into black box insurances. I've got a black box insurance. To say choose a car, like I said before, choose a car that's within your budget. Your first car is only to gain the experience you need and to gain your no claims, so that when you do grow to an older age where you want a nicer car, you are able to afford the insurance without it being extortionate, because you've selected a nice car and because you have no experience. So it's all about building your experience now, and yeah. So I hope it's been somewhat useful, and thank you for listening.
giving you a quick tour inside. So this is what the interior looks like. It's a bit different from the usual 1 Series type, just because I have 4 seats instead of 5, because the first driver decided they wanted it like this. So when they bought it from the manufacturers, they requested that the car comes with 4 seats instead of 5. I don't have a problem with this, but yeah, just so you know. So instead I've just got this little bit here instead of 5th seat. Fly out there. So I've got my little bit here. Don't watch the case, don't look at the case. Like I said, it's all second hand because I didn't buy the TomTom with the car. I bought the TomTom separately off eBay, but it's had a previous owner, so the case comes from the owner. So here's my TomTom I use. Yes, if I can get that to close. So I'm in the passenger seat at the moment. This is the driver's seat. So down here we have the rest on the far left, the clutch, then we have the brake and the accelerator. That little lever you're seeing right there is how to open the bonnet, the front bonnet. You have the keys here, the hazard lights, the lock, so you can lock yourself in the car. If you see anyone looking dodgy, just hit that lock button, locks it really quickly. Same time you can open it really quickly. Oops, turn off the radio. But yeah, so extra security. If you're in a dodgy area, just hit the lock button and kind of save. Control, aircon inside, volume and all of that. Got my gear thing. I shouldn't do that actually. If the car's not started, don't really mess around with it. Apparently it's bad for the car. Have my little compartment here where I plug in my TomTom to give it the power it needs. Turn this down a bit. I keep safety pins here as well, just in case. You never know, you might need them when you're going out. Keep some sellotape and a spare charging cable for my iPhone, but it's currently in a really bad state and it should be thrown away, to be fair. My adapter for either when I want to charge my phone or use my TomTom. I've got another, like 2 extra aux cables, in fact 3 extra aux cables, because I can't do without my aux cable and plugging in my music. Like I said before, new driver, so when I first started driving, I had a peace sign on for so long because I didn't feel confident. But it comes a stage where you have to take it off, just because drivers on the road take advantage of you when you have the new driver on. I'm not saying you shouldn't use it, of course. Some people will give you the priority you need and the patient, like the time you need to be confident in the road, and they may understand that you're not the best, so it gives them some sort of caution to take. So you should wear it actually if you need to wear it. Put it in your car if you need to put it in your car. But at the same time, be careful, because some cars do take advantage of you. Like, they may try to overtake you, especially on the motorways, and they see you have a P on. They may come, they can actually start tailgating you and flashing in your mirror, telling you to like get over or something. But don't be intimidated, that's the thing, and you need to have confidence, because they can sense when you don't have confidence, and that's when I think things get dangerous, just because you start to hesitate. You shouldn't be hesitant on the road. That's what I learned. So here is my book that came with the car from the dealers, well, the manufacturer actually, so it's been passed down from the owner. Like I was saying, this is the book, the manual book that comes with my car from the manufacturer, so it's been passed down from the car's previous owner. My car had one previous owner, so it's been passed down from her. So it goes through like all the symbols that can come up on your dashboard. This is your dashboard, like the thing that shows how the car's operating and stuff. It tells you whether you have low oil in your engine, and when you have low fuel, low water, etc. It just tells you how the car's operating. We have start stop, so you start the car by actually putting in the key. So my key's here. This is my key. You put in the key and you hold down on the clutch, which is the second pedal from the left, and you click start stop and the car starts. Yeah, so that's how you start the car. So I've showed you the gear thing before. So yeah, this is where I put anything that I may need quick access to, such as my sat nav when I've reached my destination. So that's there. Again, don't put anything valuable on show in your car when you're not in your car. Please don't. So back here, I won't actually get back there, but I've got some net compartments here where you can put like books or anything. I always keep tissues in my car just in case they're needed. We have some lights back here. I don't think they'll actually turn on. Oh, they will, because like the electricity in the car is on, or the power actually. And we have some more lights here. Down here we have the mirror, which is, ooh, yeah,